We're just a few minutes away from the start of tonight's second ball game, so without any further delay, let's check the starting lineups for game number 2 tonight. First of all, for the New Britain Red Sox. Leading off and playing left field will be Mike Ciampa, a guy with some local ties. We'll talk about that a little later on. Tony Beale will bat second and play center field. The right fielder will be Big Todd Benzinger. First baseman Sam Nattil. Julio Valdez will play short again in the second game. Mike Mesh still resting. Dan Schaefer will catch and bat 6th. Jeff Hall will be the DH, batting 7th. Craig Walk will be the third baseman, batting 8th. And Gary Miller-Jones, the second baseman, batting 9th. Right-hander Chuck Davis will be on the mound for New Britain. For the Nashua Pirates, pretty much the same lineup as started tonight's first game. Only a couple of changes. Rich Renteria will play second and lead off. Sammy Khalifa will be the shortstop, batting second. Lorenzo Bundy playing first base, hitting third. Ken Ford, the left fielder, on a tear, hitting cleanup. Bobby Bonilla is in center field, batting 5th. The right fielder Jim Opie in the number 6 spot. Marvin Clack will play third base in tonight's second game. The designated hitter will be Paul Fryer, who played third in the first game. And catching will be Burke Goldthorne. Be our first look at Burke this year on a TV game. And on the mound for the Nashua Pirates, this man who throws some heat, Pete Rice.
Yeah, Pete's a big old guy. He's 6'6", about 200 pounds, comes right over the top. Ex-outfielder turned pitcher last year. He's on a 40-man roster. He's taken off this year, but he's having a good year this year. And high right there with the fastball. Well, that's probably what you see out of Pete tonight, a lot of fastballs.
So the first batter, Mike Ciampa for the New Britain Red Sox. Up high.
Ciampa's about 5'6", 5'7", real small guy, likes to get on base, bunts a lot, hits to the opposite field. Real tough competitor, real go-getter.
Mike Ciampa is from Reading, Mass, not too far from here. Good little ball player.
Pete, like the rest of the pitchers on the staff, if he has a good first or second inning, he'll come, have a real strong game. Just that first or second inning, he gets by. There's a strike right there to get back in the groove.
If you're just tuning in and wondering why we're just starting, it's a twilight doubleheader here at Holman Stadium tonight. First game, the Pirates won it by a score of 8-2. Mike Maitland going the distance as Mike Ciampa draws the walk to start off tonight's second ball game for New Britain. Mike Maitland, the winner. Tom Bolton, the loser in that first game. And joining me in the booth tonight, Steve Susi, sitting in for Rick O'Kane, who's on assignment tonight. Good to have you up here.
Enjoying it right here. It's a little different, but I like it a lot.
Tony Beale. He's in the leadoff spot in the opening game.
Pete's down there right by the strike zone. Just must be missing by inches. After we got through that long first game, seems like we're still in that first game. We got a whole new game, 0-0.
And again, just a little bit off. Keeping the ball down low, though, is Pete Rice. Pete has had some control problems this year. He is, I guess, what you would call kind of an unharnessed power right now, because he is, as you said, a recently converted outfielder.
Right,
he's still trying to learn it.
He's been with the Pirates like about 5 or 6 years, and he was an outfielder. He can hit like he has 2 home runs this year as a pinch hit role, but he's got a powerful arm, good body, throws the ball real hard, and they have a lot of expectations out of Pete Rice.
3-0 now to Tony Beale.
Goldthorne out to talk to Pete, and manager Bill Scripper's on his way out right now to talk to him. Just to settle him down a little bit. Nothing big talk about. Just give him a little breather. He's thrown about 8 pitches in a row, 8 balls, and Pete can get back in a groove right here shortly.
Must be tough, too, to pitch the second game on a night like this. It's very hot. Must be tough to just kind of sit around for a while and then try and pick things up.
I was talking to Pete before game, and he was at home looking at the game on TV and listening to us. Said, we were talking everything about him, and you don't know when the game's going to end. You don't know when to start. You don't know when to warm up. You don't know the breakdancing thing. It's all little things, especially pitching, it has to do. Personally, I don't like pitching the second game, but somebody's got to do it.
3-0 the count on Beale, and taking all the way right in there.
Pete pitched the beginning of the year against the Red Sox, and I think he mowed him down. I think he beat him like 2-0 or something like that. I'm not sure the score, but he had a real good outing earlier in the year, like it was the second game of the season. Third game of the season, something like that.
Well, Pete is 3-2 on the year, 4.31 earned run average.
Yeah, he shut him out for 5 innings over there, and I think Bales and Mahorsi came in the relief for a doubleheader over there in New Britain at the beginning of the year.
Swinging strike 2 on Tony Beal. Full count now. Well, full count. We'll see if maybe Rack Slider has something going here with Ciampa at first to avoid the possibility of double play, maybe.
Ciampa with good wheels at first. Rice holding him close. That's what a pitcher should do. Throw there a couple times, just let him know he's around. There's your good angle right there. Ciampa's lead on first. A pretty good lead. Bundy holding him on close. Might be going, no, he's staying there.
On the ground, Khalifa will have to go to first on the short hopper and gets the sure one. That ball was not hit hard to begin with, and on the infield it slowed down quite a bit, and Sammy had to put a big charge on it.
Yeah, Sammy's real good at doing that. Here he comes again. Beal with the soft 3 or 4 hop ground ball. Sammy's charging hard, which you have to do. You can't sit back on that ball. Can't get the guy second. Got to go to first. Good play by Khalifa.
Ciampa to second on the fielder's choice, and that brings up Todd Benzinger.
Rice did good to throw strikes to Beal right there. Get that good out right there.
Benzinger was 0 for 3 in tonight's first game. Good breaking pitch.
Yeah, curveball right there. If he can get that curveball working tonight, he's going to be pretty much unhittable tonight with that blazing fastball Rice has. If he gets the 2 working, he'll be on. He pitched real good in Reading his last start. 2 5 shutout innings over there too, I think, on a doubleheader.
Just missing inside on that pitch. 1-1 to Benzinger. Right in there.
Outside corner, good place to put it on Benzinger. He stands pretty far away from the plate. It's up on the left side. I'm not sure what he does from the right side, but on the left side he stands a good ways away from the plate.
The umpires, of course, have switched for tonight's second game. Jeff Evans is working the plate. Steve Kriz on the base paths. And a strikeout for Pete Rice.
Now there's the fastball. You hear it right there. You can hear that from up here in the box. He just smacked that one right in the mid. Goldthorne setting up on the outside corner, right by Benzinger.
Now it appears, at least, that visit to the mound by manager Bill Scripture really helped Pete and settle him down. Now, what can be accomplished by that?
Well, like you said, the guy gets in a rhythm of throwing balls, and the guy comes out there just like, you know, breaks the monopoly out there, and Pete got his head together, and Goldie came out there and talked to him, and he got himself together and just started throwing more strikes, and he's almost out of the inning right now with Natil batting.
Sam Natil had 1 hit in tonight's first game. He was 1 for 3. Are there times when you're out there and you're struggling that you maybe want somebody to come out and talk to you?
Well, it all kinds of what kind of pitcher you are. You know, usually you can go back off the mound, rub the ball up, take a real big deep breath, and get your head together and go right back after him. But other times, you know, sometimes you just get ornery at yourself and just go out there and throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. Sometimes it's not good, sometimes it's good. It all depends on the type of pitcher you are.
Rice 2-0 now on Natil. And
Rice telling his center fielder to back up and with a little bit of power. Doesn't want to have a 2-out hit go over Bonilla's head. Just give him a lot of room out there.
Up high, but too high, and it's 3-0 on Natil.
He's popping the mitt tonight, fellas.
Well, his fastball has been clocked at over 90 miles an hour. I don't know if anybody's got the gun on him tonight, but that was a pretty good pop on that one. Right in there. Natil says, well, I figured I'd try and steal one there on you.
Not too many guys like to hit off Mr. Rice.
Hit solidly to left. Ken Ford got a good jump on the ball, and he misses it over his head. And that will score a run. Natil is going to wind up at second, and we'll have to see how that one is scored. We'll take a look at the replay. Ken Ford appeared as though he had the beat on that ball, and I don't know if he had a problem with the light or what, but he just misjudged it a little bit going back toward the left field wall.
Well, Rice makes a good pitch, and until a pull hitter, that shows you what kind of fastball Pete's got tonight. Hits the ball to left field. Looks like Kenny's got a little beat on him, but he hits a little bad footing right out there.
And the run scoring as Ciampa coming around easily from second. And it has scored a double. First hit of the ball game for the New Britain Red Sox. A tougher chance on the replay than it looked originally.
It was, and like I said, coming off the left-handed bat of San Mateo, it's hard to pick up a little bit out there. Kenny's playing a little shallow. Not expecting to hit the ball to left field. Pull hitter until is.
Julio Valdez taking ball 1-1-1. So the New Britain Red Sox get the jump in the second game in the first inning. Breaking pitch didn't drop over for Pete. Valdez swinging late, spoiling it. Julio Valdez was 1 for 3 in tonight's first game, and he came into the doubleheader hitting .290, so he's up above that now.
This is the first time Julio's hitting from the left side tonight. He was hitting right-handed in the first game against Mike Maple. Breaking pitch high there. Pete got a little out of control, let the ball go a little too early right there. Not a bad pitch with open base.
Full count now on Julio. Spoiling the pitch. Off to the third base side and out of play. Natil is on second after that RBI double. 1 run in here, top of the first. Pirates won the first game 8-2 with a 15-hit attack. And up high and away, ball 4, and Valdez is on with a walk. Incidentally, with that win in the first game, the Pirates move their season record to 22-25, which jumps them a half a game ahead of New Britain in the standings. The Red Sox now 21-25, and of course, positioning does become a factor here in the Eastern League because the playoffs, the top 4 teams when we come down to the end.
That's right. The half the season's almost up. We got 3 more weeks left and a half. And, you know, when we get to the halfway point, you kind of get a grip of what kind of players are here, which way a person hits, which way a guy's pitching you, and you get more of control, insight, what the league's looking like.
Rice throwing inside ball 1 to Dan Schaefer, who is the catcher in tonight's second game. He played right field in the opener. Went 1 for 4 with a double, scored a run. And Pete now calling for a little assistance from the dugout with a towel.
Gonzo, my main man, number 27, making an appearance tonight on TV.
With the towel.
Gonzo the Great.
Fernando's been pitching in some tough luck this year.
I'll tell you, this guy right here, he's pitching all year, pitching great, and his record is not, some games not getting any runs for him, and just like, I think he had 6 starts. One time we had a total of 8 runs for him in 6 starts.
That went off the bat.
There's one for you. You need to run that back if you can. I don't know.
Of Dan Schaefer. He was trying to duck out of the way of that curveball. Big breaking pitch by Pete Rice, and it hit the bat on the way through.
That happens about maybe twice, 2 times, 3 times a year. Sometimes a guy hits the ball like that, and the guy's right on his butt, and ball's in fair play, and the guy just sits there and got those amount of first. I've seen that happen. It's real funny. Happened in spring training this year.
Oh, sure, it's funny for you. You're a pitcher.
Yeah.
In the dirt. Goldthorne keeps it in front of him. 2-1 the count on Dan Schaefer. Rice having a little trouble finding the plate here in the first inning. He's walked 2, given up an RBI double to Stam Natil. But he's also shown flashes of that good fastball. He struck out Todd Benzinger on a good one. Hit hard, but right at Renteria on 2 or 3 hops. Over to first, and that'll do it. In the top of the first inning, the New Britain Red Sox get 1 run on 1 hit, the double by Natil. They leave 2, and after a half inning, it's the New Britain Red Sox 1 and the Nashua Pirates coming up.
Do I have to make all the shots?
Yvonne, you never stop.
I know, and I had iron poor blood, so you take Geritol. New improved Geritol now has more vitamins. New improved Geritol tablets, high-potency iron, more essential vitamins.
Oh!
Nice trip, Gladys.
Can't sleep.
Take Sominex, too.
You can't buy a more effective sleep aid. It has diphenhydramine, the non-prescription sleep ingredient most preferred by doctors. Advanced, effective Sominex 2.
Have no fear, your relief is here.
What's that?
My dishwashing liquid, a leading one.
It's not my lemony Ajax with real lemon juice.
Lemonade.
See these greasy lamb specials? Ajax will work better.
Yeah?
Let's wash this stack with your liquid, the other with lemony Ajax. How's your last dish?
Ah, feels greasy.
Last Ajax dish is squeaky clean.
Have no fear, Lemony Ajax is here.
Lemony Ajax gets dishes so grease-free, they squeak to the finish.
How can you tell if a woman has finesse? Just look at her hair. Sometimes you need a little finesse. Sometimes you need a lot. Finesse is the oil-free conditioner you control with time. Use it a few seconds for light conditioning or a few minutes for deep conditioning. The longer you leave it on, the more it conditions. 'Cause sometimes you need a little finesse. Sometimes you need a lot.
Bless you.
By luck, I love my garden, but with this awful hay fever, I can't enjoy it.
6612 takes care of my hay fever.
6612?
Advanced formula Dristan. Look, some medicines only relieve these 6 symptoms. Some, these 6. Advanced formula Dristan relieves 12 hay fever and summer cold symptoms.
Dristan got my hay fever out of the way.
Great.
Advanced formula Dristan relieves 12 hay fever and summer cold symptoms.
Back at Holman Stadium, ready for the bottom of the first inning, and we will get a look at Chuck Davis, right-hander for the New Britain Red Sox.
Chuck's still struggling a little bit this year. I don't think we've seen him yet. This is probably the first time we've seen him, and just take a look at him tonight, see what we can do with him. I don't know if he's in the rotation or just getting a spot start right here or not. I'm not real positive.
Well, he's 0-4 on the season. And the leadoff batter, Rich Renteria, taking ball 1. Davis was 5-8 at New Britain last year, hitting the outside corner 1-1. Last year, Chuck, 5-8, 3.77, worked 86 innings, allowing 45 walks, 34 strikeouts. 6 feet 1 inches tall, from Marietta, Georgia. And Renteria looking ball 3, 3-1.
Hitman leading off the game, always trying to get on base, walk, base hit, any way he can. That's the job of a good leadoff hitter, and Rick's a real good leadoff hitter for the Nashua Pirates this year.
And he does it again, ball 4.
That's what you like to see in a leadoff hitter, any way you get on base. He's got a good eye, and he rarely strikes out, and he's a contact hitter, and that's why we have him batting number 1.
You're right, Steve. This is only Davis's 6th appearance of the year, so he does not have as many appearances as the other starters. He's worked just 26 innings. Brings up Sammy Khalifa.
This is a situation Sammy likes to be in with the man on first base. Like I said in the first game, the first baseman Holden. Sammy looking to go to the right side. Big old hole over there.
It was Renteria and Khalifa that got things all started in that first game. Renteria led off the game with a single. Khalifa followed with a single, and about 10 minutes later, the Pirates had 6 runs up on the board in that first inning. See, Renteria gets a good lead off first.
Rick's one of the best base runners we have. His speed is good, but it's not as, great. But he runs a base pass real good, and that's what makes him such a good base runner.
That can make up sometimes for
definitely
lack of speed.
Yeah. I don't know if Sammy was showing a drag or just really wanting a drag right there. I'm not really sure. I think he was just faking it, just testing the pitcher out. I wish I knew the signs. I got to confess, I don't really know the signs. I can't tell you what's going on right here. Hit and run situation, I don't know. First inning, you never know. 2-0 count.
Is that something that's likely to change from game to game, the signs?
No, we got, well, beginning of the year we had a set of signs and a lot of guys were missing, so we made them a little simpler, and it seems everybody's catching on now, and I guess I should know the signs, but I really don't.
But then again, you don't find yourself on base much.
No, the only sign I get's a bunt sign. It usually goes, you know, if I'm playing against a national league team, he goes, hey, go ahead and bunt. You know, everybody knows I'm bunting anyways. 3-0 on Khalifa right here.
Renteria stays and called strike on Sammy. We'll see what's up with Rich Renteria at first base on this 3-1 pitch. Again with a good lead, and Davis pretty much forced to go over there. Renteria seemed to have a little bit more that time.
You're right. Like I said before, Rick's a smart base runner, makes a pitcher throw over. Aggressive, real aggressive lead right there.
He's going. He's up. Swinging strike by Sammy. The throw down is much too late, and Renteria steals it. He just had a good lead, and Davis not with a real quick delivery, and I think he stole that one on Davis pretty much.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if that was a ball. I don't know if Sammy had to hit and run on there or just trying to protect Rick, but it was a bad pitch, and I think Sammy was just doing that just to swing. There it is. That was a pretty good pitch. You're right.
The throw high, but Renteria was there in plenty of time, it seemed.
Definitely. Slid right underneath the tag there.
Full count now on Khalifa, and ball 4 anyway. So 2 walks to start the game for Chuck Davis. And Lorenzo Bundy will step in. Lorenzo had a hit in that first inning explosion. First game. Up in the air, that may be playable. It's out in short left field. Valdez is chasing it over the left fielder and not quite in time. Boy, that just fell in a good spot for the Pirates. Jeff Hall made a nice run and dive for it, and Valdez, you see, was over there too, but it just fell out of their reach. A lot of room to run in that foul territory. Champa, rather, in left field. Hall was playing left in the first game. Champa put a long run on that ball.
Yeah, he did. He's got good wheels and a real good defensive left fielder.
Inside on Lorenzo.
Coming in on Lorenzo Bundy. Bundy went to college at James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Prides himself on that school.
JMU.
They made an appearance last year in the College World Series also. He's always talking about that.
Doing well in basketball, too.
Yeah, they put a few upsets last year and the year before.
The pickoff attempt at second, and Renteria just getting back as Valdez snuck behind there.
There's Rick checking the signals.
Foul away again. This time out of play, count holding at 1-2.
There's a crowd at Holman Stadium right there enjoying the game.
Pretty good crowd tonight, TV 50 night. We had the breakdancing exhibition between games. Hope you enjoyed it if you were tuned in. We'll be back next Tuesday night, single game with the Reading Phillies. Game time at 7:30 right here on TV 50 next Tuesday. Breaking pitch, hangs inside, 2-2 the count. And now he's gone full on Lorenzo Bundy.
Davis has gone 3 balls on every hitter so far. He's, I don't know, little control problems early in the game, just as Rice had. The first inning is real important to a pitcher, trying to get out of the inning, you know, without any runs and without any walks. If you get out of that, you get in the groove, get yourself going.
Payoff with the runners moving, and Bundy rips it to right, but it is right at the right fielder, and there may be a double play at first on Khalifa, and there it is. Sammy Khalifa is doubled off first. The runners were off with the pitch, and a beautiful throw from right field by Todd Benzinger to double off Khalifa at first.
Well, you got a right-hander going against Bundy, a power left-handed hitter, and Script had everybody going. There it is. Ball hit the right field. There's nothing you can do as a base runner. You can't go back on that. You got to keep going. You know, if you get doubled up, you get doubled up. It's what the coach gives you a steal sign. It's just, nobody's at fault right there. Just things like that happen.
9-3, that play goes.
Here's the main man right here, Kenny Ford.
Swinging through.
Let's see if Kenny can keep his hot hitting going here. Need a hit right here, knock in the hit man, Rich Renteria.
Ford with 3 hits in the opener. As we were talking to him between games, he's just had this stretch where he's had 2-3 hits in every single game.
Things been going his way, and he's looking good. And you never know, he might not be here for too long, which I'd kind of hate to see.
That's the funny thing, you know, guy's going too well, and all of a sudden he's not around anymore.
Yeah, but you know, for Kenny, he's put in a lot of years, and he deserves a break. And I hope he can get up as soon as he can.
Taking strike 2. Up in the air, but that may be out of play. Let's see. Over near the fence, and it is out of play. Ford has a life. Count 0-2. Renteria at second. Davis walked the first 2 hitters. In between, Renteria stole second. And then Lorenzo Bundy hit a bullet out to right field, but Benzinger made the play and then doubled off Khalifa with a good throw to first. So Renteria at second with 2 down, and that'll be out of play again over by the concession stand, right field way. One good thing about being in a good hitting groove like the Pirates are now is that even if you do fall behind in a game, you always feel like you have that positive feeling you can get back into it.
Well, it all started in Buffalo. We got behind a couple games and came back, and early in the year, we get behind a few runs and we'd say, well, but now, we get behind 3-4 runs. We know we're in the game still and we're hitting the ball good right now, so it makes everybody feel more relaxed and at ease out here on the playing field.
On the ground, and a nice play by Davis falling down, and he'll take care of Ford to wrap it up here in the bottom of the first. So kind of an adventurous inning for Chuck Davis, but no runs for the Pirates. 1 hit, no hits rather, and 1 left. And at the end of 1 complete, it's 1-0 New Britain.
Thanks to Bick, I have the shave of John McEnroe, but I still have the serve of Elliot Kaminsky.
John McEnroe and I have 2 things in common. Make that one thing. We both shave with Bick.
And so should you, because Bick is beautiful, smooth, close, comfortable, and only 20 cents.
Let's play. I'll be John McEnroe.
You're not even old enough to shave.
Bick can improve your game, but it can improve your face.
Take home a Grand Slam during Nashua Subaru's Grand Slam Grand Opening Sale. Subaru is New England's #1 selling import, and Nashua Subaru has Northern New England's largest inventory of new Subarus, all at sale prices. And in keeping with the spirit, Nashua Subaru will be giving away bats, balls, gloves, even Red Sox tickets. So take home a Grand Slam today from Nashua Subaru on DW Highway South.
In New Hampshire, Nashua Subaru, come take advantage.
Well, a lot happening in that first inning, but only 1 run scoring. A lot of base runners. The Britain Red Sox scored 1. RBI double by Sam Nattil, driving in Mike Champa. Pirates had 2 runners on with nobody out in the bottom half, but the line drive double play pretty much snuffed out the rally. So Pete Rice will go to work on the bottom third of the New Britain order here in the top of the second. Starting off with Jeff Hall, taking inside ball 1. Hall, the designated hitter. Played left field in the first game, and there's what he did. 2-0 the count on Jeff.
If you're going to miss, you got to miss low, and Pete's doing it. He's just right on the plate. He's a few inches from hitting them strikes right on in there.
And Hall got caught in between, but
you need to get the handcuffs out on there, right there. He handcuffed him big time.
Craig Walk is on deck for New Britain. Gary Miller-Jones will be third this inning. And way behind that fastball, and Rice let it loose that time.
Definitely. Rice has got a first inning behind him and got a little sweat breaking, and I think he's ready to go after it right now.
Doesn't take much to get a sweat breaking on a night like this.
I'm telling you.
Foul away. We're talking about Buffalo a minute ago, Steve. That recent road trip, Pirates went 7-2, 5 games in Buffalo, took 4 out of 5, and then 3 out of 4 in New Britain. Everybody seems to like playing in Buffalo.
Well, the thing about it is the AA team used to be in Buffalo like 2 years ago. And a lot of people there still like the Pirates, and a couple guys here played there, and it's a big old football stadium turned into a baseball stadium, you see, and the right field fence is like 287, 285. We try to mark it off. They say 300, but it goes straight across, and the pop flies go out of there. It's real exciting, good atmosphere, and they draw pretty good, and it's just a fun place to play ball at.
Plus, the Bisons were in first place when the Pirates went in there and took 4 out of 5 as Rice gets Hall swinging, and he was well behind that fastball. But the Bisons were really on a tear right before you guys got into town.
Well, they came here and they took, I don't know how many from us, but we were in every game we played with them. We kind of like handed them a few games, and then we knew we could play with them. Like I said, the hitting came around and got a couple clutch hits, and they made a few errors here, and we got some good pitching, and we won 4 out of 5, which we were happy to do.
Craig Walk. Inside corner low, and that's about unhittable right where that pitch was.
I'm done, for sure. There's a change-up right there. First one of the night by Pete Rice.
Pitcher that throws as hard as Rice does can really do himself a big favor by developing that good curveball to go along with it. And there's the heater again.
That hit the outside corner. First one was inside, next one was outside. Pete Rice seems like he's got his stuff together right now.
Craig Walk was hitless 0 for 3 in the first game. And that 1,000 batting average he had coming into tonight is now down to 250. And the big leap by tall Pete Rice. 1-3 the play goes, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, Pete got up there for that. His 6'6" frame. Jumped right up there like a big old basketball player.
Now, the conventional wisdom used to be that a guy this tall wouldn't be coordinated enough to be a pitcher. That used to be the old way of things.
Well, Pete's like ex-outfield, is a real good athlete. Got right up there, walks it over, tosses it to Lorenzo, and there's an out right there.
But there are a lot of tall pitchers playing baseball now.
Yeah, well, you see that, his release points is a lot higher, and it makes the ball's downward trajectory is a lot more, and that's supposedly why big pitcher, taller pitchers do better. But then again, there's plenty of pitchers under 6 foot that are, in the Hall of Fame right now.
You're what, about 6'3", 6'4"?
6'4".
Yep. Strike 2. Rice looking sharp this inning. 0-2 on Gary Miller-Jones, and he's going to step out and think about it a while.
Yeah, Miller-Jones is drafted out of South Alabama University down there. Eddie Stanky used to be the coach. I think it was his last year when Miller-Jones was there, down in Mobile, Alabama.
3 pitches, and Gary Miller-Jones was totally outmatched in that appearance. A 1-2-3 inning, 2 strikeouts for Pete Rice, nothing across in the top of the second. The end of 1.5. New Britain leads it 1-0.
Looking good, Mr. McEnroe.
What are you, a comedian?
I meant your shave. It's very close.
Of course. I shave with Bic.
Yes, I've seen the commercial.
It's all true. Bic is beautiful, smooth, close, comfortable. How Bic does it for only 20 cents beats me.
And where do you spend all the money you save, Mr. McEnroe?
Tennis lessons.
Bic, the shave that saves.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Cavanaugh, owner of Country Woods Unfinished Furniture Outlet. I'd like to invite you to come to Raymond for the best prices on quality, unfinished furniture. At Country Woods, we feature a large variety of oak, ash, birch, maple, and pine furnishings in traditional and contemporary styles, and we keep an ample inventory for you to choose from. So come in and meet the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Country Woods Unfinished Furniture, Route 101 Raymond, where you get low prices naturally.
Moon over Nashua. Upcoming Pirates action here on TV 50. We'll be here next week, Tuesday the 12th, against the Reading Phillies, and then looking further into the future, the Vermont Reds will be down from Burlington. Nice country up there. The Reds will be in town Thursday, June 28th. We'll have that for you at 7:30 right here on TV 50. Bob Bonilla to lead off the bottom of the second. Chuck Davis had control problems in the first inning, but he worked out of it without giving up any runs.
Bobby's, I think, what they say is in Pittsburgh's #1 prospect. They got real high expectations from Bobby. He's only 21 years old, switch hitting, got a power from both sides, which is very, very rarely seen. And they really expect a lot of things out of Bobby Bonilla. Playing center field here in AA this year and last year in A-ball, he's really come on, and they expect a lot from him.
He's very humble, soft-spoken gentleman. He doesn't really like the talk, I don't think, about the #1 prospect and all that, but he can deal with it.
Yeah, he's taking it great, and he hasn't changed a bit, and great guy, great guy. I can't say enough about him.
Let up pitch, he hammers it, but it's foul, and watch out over by the concession stand.
Tell him.
You can't be asleep when you're standing by that fence over there. You have an extra little concession with your hot dog. Another hanger, but that one drops right over, and Bonilla knew it, and he's just going to walk away. Well, that was similar to the pitch before, but that one dropped right over, and Bonilla wasn't able to pull the trigger.
That was a pretty good pitch. You know, Bobby said the guy can throw it there, let him throw it there. Get him next time.
Jim Opie hit the ball hard 3 times in the first game. And Jim was only hitting 195 coming into the doubleheader, so that first game's got to make him feel a little bit better about things.
Jim was invited to spring training this year at Big League Camp as a non-roster invitee, and he's at third baseman this spring training. They moved him to the outfield, and Bill Madlock got hurt, and he was able to play like 11 big league games this spring and hit about 3 home runs, batted like 500. He just tore it up down there and really made a good impression on the Pirate people.
And he also has a great story to tell about one day when he went over to the big league park and did not have his parking pass with him, and they didn't recognize him. They wouldn't let him in. They wanted to pay $2.
That's exactly right. And that day he came up there because that was the day Madlock got hurt. And that day he hit a home run, and he got a little Lincoln Sports Illustrated, and there he is grounding out the third baseman.
He made that a close play at first.
Yeah, Jim has pretty good wheels. He can run.
So that ball really slows down when it cuts through the infield grass here at Holman Stadium, but Walk was able to get the throw over there in time. 2 down now here in the bottom of the second.
Here it is again. Breaking pitch down. Opes out in front. Try to pull that pitch. Third baseman up the ball, over the first. For a second out.
And Paul Fryer taking ball 1. Marvin Clack, rather. Paul Fryer on deck. Marvin is the third baseman here in the second game. He DH'd the first one. Marvin scored a run in that first inning uprising by the Pirates in the first game when they scored 6. Chops it over the mound. That may be trouble. Valdez, quick throw, got him. Nice play by Julio Valdez on a
Good
tough play over the mound.
Real good play. Charged it hard, came up throwing. That's what you got to do.
1-2-3 inning for Chuck Davis here in the bottom of the second, and we're going to get another look at that before we break away.
There it is, Marvin just falling a bat over the pitcher's head barely. Might beat it out right now. He's thinking beating it out. Valdez makes a heck of a play right there. Coming up throwing hard. Yes, sir, he got him right there.
Just in time for Julio Valdez. He can turn those plays. End of 2. New Britain leads it 1-0.
When it comes to floor covering, you not only want the best, you need the confidence in the people you are buying from. That's why you should visit R&S Carpet in Hudson. They sell and install only the best in carpeting, linoleum, ceramic tile, wallpaper, and carpet remnants. You'll get the best possible service and installation. R&S Carpet, the fastest growing floor covering center in southern New Hampshire, 5 miles west of I-93 on Route 102 in Hudson. R&S Carpet, we take pride in what we do.
R&S Carpet.
The Superbike super deals on Suzukis are at Freedom Cycle Concord. Freedom Cycle can save you hundreds of dollars on a brand new Suzuki. Freedom has the greatest selection of Suzuki deals, like the GS650E for only $18.99. That's right, for just $18.99, you can ride away on the Suzuki GS650E. So whether you do it in the dirt or get out there on the open road, get the sensation of Suzuki at the Suzuki capital of New Hampshire. Freedom Cycle, Manchester Street, Concord.
Holman Stadium in Nashua. Doug Brown with you, along with Steve Soucy, filling in for Rick O'Kane, who is on assignment tonight. Steve worked here last night, picking up a win in 8 innings, beating these New Britain Red Sox 9-2. Steve Centeni the save. Was Centeni, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Centeni, I think it is. Let's see if Rice can keep going here. He's pitched a real good inning last inning. He's in the groove now. Got the leadoff hitter up. Small target right there. You got to throw strikes to this little guy. Mr. Champa, the left fielder. Both corners are in with Champa batting. Excellent drag bunter. Excellent. Clack at third and Bundy at first. There's Clack at third right there.
And he nailed that one down toward the New Britain dugout. And Rex Slider picking it up on the rebound. Talking about Rex Slider earlier tonight, he is really a veteran of the Red Sox organization.
That was close.
Boy, I thought home plate umpire Jeff Evans was going to come up with the right hand on that. Just missing the corner. Full count now on Mike Champa.
It's important to keep this guy at the base. It's like last inning. That first inning when he let off the walk.
That'll be out of play, third base side. Full count on Champa. Leading off here, top of the third. New Britain leads this second game of the twilight doubleheader, 1-0. Pirates took the first game 8-2. Pete Rice ready to deal. That ball's hit pretty well to right field, but plenty of room out there for Jim Opie. Plenty is not the word for it.
Lots.
Yes. That ball looked like it was going to go pretty good distance when it came off the bat.
It really did. It went pretty good. But like I said before, this park is gigantic.
Tony Beal. Stepping in.
Tony also a threat to bunt here.
Good pitch by Rice. Hit hard on a line to center, but Bobby Bonilla is there. 2 down. And that'll bring up big Todd Benziger, the right fielder.
Well, it seems like Rice has got his control back, and he's pitching well right now. The way he's capable of pitching. Got the first two guys in the lineup this inning to make outs, fly out southfield.
And that's 6 in a row now for Pete after he had a little problem finding the plate in the first inning, and a couple of walks cost him. Ooh, that one right by Benzinger.
That's as good as fastball as you'll see anywhere in baseball, right there. It's a big league pitch.
And another one.
Another little lower.
Well, Todd's got to be thinking now. He struck out in the first inning, and luck hasn't changed much here so far in the third.
We'll see right here. He makes contact up the middle, 0-2.
Long throw for Renteria, gets
Good
him.
Play.
Renteria behind second base, Benzinger not with blazing speed, and that gave Renteria time to make the play, nothing across. 1-2-3 inning for Pete Rice. 1-0 New Britain leads after 2.5.
Thanks to Bick, I have the shave of John McEnroe, but I still have the serve of Elliot Kaminsky.
John McEnroe and I have two things in common. Make that one thing. We both shave with Bic.
And so should you, because Bic is beautiful, smooth, close, comfortable, and only 20 cents.
Let's play. I'll be John McEnroe.
You're not even old enough to shave.
Bic can improve your game, but it can improve your face.
You mean Carl Anderson, the Olympic skier, is rowing to the country kitchen cookout?
He's working up an appetite.
Oh.
You know how much he loves those country kitchen rolls.
He's here!
Country kitchen, now that's goodness.
Be sure and join us Sunday at 12 noon for another edition of Candlepins, Stars, and Strikes. What a show it was this past Sunday. Rick Farwell throwing an amazing 191 in the third string for a 486 triple. And he will go against Ken Dusam this week. All happens Sunday at noon right here on TV 50. Chuck Davis, the right-hander on the mound for the New Britain Red Sox here in the second game tonight. He has yet to give up a hit. He has walked two. And Paul Fryer will lead it off here in the bottom of the third.
Paul Fryer from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
It's like a second homecoming, him going back to Philly last week. Him back to Reading, I mean. He's playing the Phillies.
Ball 1 to Paul.
I talked to Paul between games. He said he felt real good at the plate and just hopes to keep it going here in the second game.
Up in the air, center field. Should be no problem out there. Beal takes care of it. One away here in the third. That'll bring up Burt Goldthorne. This will be our first real good look at Burke this season in a starting role.
They call him Goldie, and his average doesn't have anything to do with the way he's hitting. He's hitting the ball hard just right at people. He's a line drive hitter. Hard, he hits the ball real hard from the left side. He's from the University of Texas, the Longhorns. They're also in the College World Series right now. They played last night.
Won again.
Yeah, they're 2-0. They're in the winner's bracket big time. He comes in here talking about the Longhorns.
I'm sure he's following that very closely. He'll be playing again tomorrow night. Called strike 2 to Burke. Kind of unusual. The last several years, the College World Series has really been getting a lot more attention, and a lot more attention from the pro scouts, too, I think.
Yeah, well, I went to Mississippi State University, and we were there in 79 and 81, and it's really, like, they only televised the last 5 or 6 games of 79, but in 81 they started televising like every game out there, and they've done a really good job, and it's promoted college baseball real good.
Valdez makes the play over to first. putting the tag, Todd Benziger, on Burke Goldthorne. 2 down. What did Mississippi State do this year? Any idea?
We were in the region and came down to us in New Orleans, and the final game was, the winner. Both teams had one loss in Mississippi, and New Orleans hit a grand slam like in the 5th inning, and they went in and beat us and eliminated us from the regional tournament. And New Orleans went on after that to go to the World Series, and they're 1-1 out there now. They lost the first night to.
I believe it was Texas, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was Texas, and they beat next time they beat Michigan, I think 4-1 or something like that. So they're still alive in the CWS.
Their first time there too.
Yeah, that's our third baseman, or our right fielder Jim Opie, and our first base coach Mike Quaddy. Both are from University of New Orleans, and they're real happy to see that. And they're always coming in, bugging me about it because I went to Mississippi State and they beat us out this year, and I got to take the garbage for another year.
You won't hear the end of that for a while.
I'm sure, especially if they win a couple more games.
Rich Renteria standing in, up high. 2-1 the count on Rich. Walked and stole second his first time, but was stranded there. Three and 1 now on Renteria.
Davis seems to have picked up a little bit more velocity in the first inning.
That's out of play. Full count.
Got to loosen up. Balls don't. He's still a little harder, I think.
Davis split his season last year between New Britain and Winter Haven. Single A ball. He was 4-5 at Winter Haven, 5-8 at New Britain, 9-13 overall. On a line to right field. That'll be a base hit for Rich Renteria again. And it gets through the right fielder, and Renteria will take second at least. He makes the turn, and he's going to try for it. Here he comes to third. The relay will not be in time, and Renteria gets all the way around to third, and that will probably be a single and a double error, two-base error. And it will be.
That's the hit man right there. Rick Renteria going to right field, line drive hitter. Had a home run that first game. Came back. Let's see if we can take a look at it. Here we go, right here. Rick gets the ball out over the plate, just risks to right field. Running the bases hard. I think he might have took a bad hop right there. Rick takes advantage of the right fielder's fielding error right there.
Schaefer making a good recovery after he let the ball get behind him. But Renteria with the speed getting around to third anyway, so he is there with 2 down, and Sammy Khalifa trying to pick him up.
This will give us a good chance to get around with 2 outs.
First base runner for the Pirates in quite a while. Davis had retired 7 in a row since walking the first 2 batters. In fact, that was the first Nashua hit of the ball game.
Could be a big break for us right here. Sammy can come through with a 2 outs hit.
1-1 on Sammy.
Sammy's from Tucson, Arizona, and he was the 7th pick in the 1981 draft. He was our first-round pick in 1981. No, in 82, excuse me. From Tucson, Arizona.
Missing, 2-1. Sounds like you spend some time reading the guidebooks.
No, I know. I just know these guys because everybody knows everybody. You know where they come from, who this and that. You know, he's #1 pick. You know, especially.
3-1 now on Sammy.
Get to know. I played with Sammy now for 2 years, and we roomed together last year and a little bit this year. Good guy, a real good guy.
Swinging, strike 2. Full count now on Sammy. With Renteria at third. Pirates trail it 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Trying to scratch out a run and tie things up.
In these 7-inning games, you gotta score quick. You can't. Your managerial philosophy has to change a little bit because, like I said, the big inning you can't really play for it. You might have to. There's a little one.
There it is. It's in there for the base hit. It looks like a line drive. Just dropped over the infield, and it's all tied up.
You gotta like that.
Just went with it and just lifted it over the infield. Out into center field, Renteria scoring an unearned run, and it's all tied up at 1-1.
Here it is, Sammy just protecting the plate. Got the pitch outside, off the end of the bat. It was hit pretty good, but not that good. But he scored the run, did the job. He did the job. Keeping Cleveland close at first base with 2 outs. I don't think he's going right here with the Bundy up, left-handed hitting Bundy. Gets in the big hole at first.
Up in the air, right field. Schaefer is under it. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But the Pirates get a 2-out tying run on 2 hits. There's 1 left. And after 3 full in game 2, it's all tied up at 1-1.
Thanks to Bick, I have the shave of John McEnroe, but I still have the serve of Elliot Kaminsky.
John McEnroe and I have 2 things in common. Make that one thing. We both shave with Bic.
And so should you, because Bic is beautiful, smooth, close, comfortable, and only 20 cents.
Let's play. I'll be John McEnroe.
You're not even old enough to shave.
Bic can improve your game, but it can improve your face.
Seacoast Furniture, Route 1 Seabrook and Route 101 Greenland wants you to see their famous brand name furniture. Names like Sealy, Bassett, Serta, Barca Lounger, Broyhill, and Lane, all at discount prices. Right now at Seacoast Furniture, you'll get 50% off the price of each piece of Serta Perfect Sleeper or Sertapedic bedding. This sale price includes a full 15-year warranty and free delivery and setup. Make a healthy investment in yourself at Seacoast Furniture. Be a Serta Perfect Sleeper. For quality summer furniture at cash and carry prices, shop Freedom Furniture, Route 1 Seabrook.
4th inning coming your way here on TV 50, Nashua Pirates baseball. We'll be here throughout the season bringing you Nashua Pirates action. Our next ball game will be 1 week from tonight against the Reading Phillies. Game time 7:30. Tonight's attendance here at Holman Stadium, 994. Nice night to come out to the ballpark. I always used to like twilight doubleheaders.
Yeah, you know, it's a good atmosphere, and just gotta love baseball. I love baseball. Come on out and see us play. You know, put on a pretty good show.
TV 50 News tonight immediately follows tonight's nightcap. Strike 1 on Sam Natil, swinging to start off the top of the 4th.
Natil at first ball hitting hitter.
I think he swung at the first pitch every time we've seen him tonight.
He likes swinging that first ball because most of the time we have fastball. He's a dead fastball hitter.
Sam, 2 hits in the doubleheader, 2 for 4. Drove in the only New Britain run of the ball game with that double in the 1st inning.
Oh, that could be up in here.
Well, let's make a play on this one if we can.
Oh, missed.
Not quite.
Good little action up in the booth here.
I don't think Bill Scripture would appreciate it if you injure yourself in the broadcast booth. He'd never forgive me, I don't think. Natil just spinning out of the way of that one.
Not a bad pitch, not a bad pitch. Natil hitting the ball hard tonight, move him off the plate, had him 1-2, shake him up a little bit, come back right here with a little fastball on the outside corner. You never know.
Rice throwing hard. He has 3 strikeouts. He's walked 2, and the first one in the 1st inning cost him because that man came around to score. But since the 2nd walk, first 5 batters he struggled through, but since then he's been throwing extremely well. Fouled away by Natil to stay alive. Deep to right center field. Opie chasing. He won't get there. It'll be up the gap, and it's behind Opie and Bonilla to the wall. Natil will stop at 2nd with a double.
Well, Natil on a dead fastball hitter now. So can't throw him too many fastballs. He's a good fastball hitter. Took that one right to the wall.
2nd double of this game for Sam Natil.
Here it is, a 2-2 pitch from Rice. Fastball. Low ball, not a bad pitch.
Really turned on it.
He did.
Opie trying to cut the ball off, but
if Neil had a little better wheels, I think they might have stretched a triple out of it. They foamed the ball around out there a little bit, but he got a double out of it.
And that's only the second hit for New Britain, and Natil has both of them, and they're both doubles. So he's at second to lead off the fourth. Julio Valdez.
Valdez will try to get Natil over to third base now in this situation with no outs. Try to pull the ball, get Natil in a better scoring position with no outs.
Fouled away. Rich Renteria, second baseman, is shading over towards second. They're really giving Julio the right side of the infield.
They are. I think Julio's a spray hitter, but he's going to, like I said, try to get the guy over there. Rick positions him well. He played him well, hit that ball to the middle last time.
Julio Valdez trying to work his way back to the show. Having a good season for New Britain. Lays it down, and it's a nice one. Rice bobbles, but still gets him at first, just barely. That was a close play at first as Rice just momentarily bobbling that ball, but he gunned it over to Bundy just in time to beat Valdez, and Natil over to third.
Well, in these 7-inning games, like a close game like this, you got to play for that one little run right here, and that's a good job by Valdez. Get him over to third base. And like I said before, in these 7-inning games, it's 1 or 2 runs can make up the difference. Good play by Rice by coming back after he bobbled the ball. Put a little extra on that ball thrown to first. Good stretch by Bundy also.
So with Natil now at third with 1 out, Dan Schaefer will try and pick him up.
Need a strikeout right here. Important hitter.
Infield in, and there's strike 1. Low and down. Inside and down.
Right here with the base open, you can afford to pitch him the way you want to, set up the double play, especially with Hall coming up next, who doesn't really have that good a speed. We might be able to set up a double play. If he walks him, everything's okay. You got to pitch careful to this guy.
Schaefer hitting .265 coming into the doubleheader. He's 1 for 5 tonight. Strike 2 called.
He really put that one in there that time.
Infield is in, hoping for possibly the ground ball to cut off the run, and there is
awesome pitch.
Bailing out for strike 3 is Dan Schaefer, and he's just going to walk quickly back to the dugout and forget about that. Or try to anyway.
He was looking fastball all the way, I think, and just Pete just threw the curveball for a strike, which all he has to do, and he just made him look pretty bad right there. That's what he needed, a strikeout right there. The man on third base with 1 out.
That's why if you're a hitter, they give you more than 1 at bat per game, so you can forget about those.
Well, you're talking to a pitcher right here, and I don't, you know.
But we have to get both sides.
Back in Bradenton. Strike. Eddie Urak batting with the Red Sox trailing in the game 5-4 as they're hitting in the 6th inning. The scoring has been done in 2 innings. 4 for the Red Sox in the 3rd on Rice's grand slam, and 5 for the Tigers in the 5th. Key hit, 3-run homer by Jason Thompson. Watch out. Evans back as Pena takes a shot at him. And it's quickly 2 strikes to Urak, who has had 2 hits and 3 times up. Singles in the 1st and 3rd. Blocked nicely by Pena.
Well, he just got himself right out there quickly to smother that ball there. That's the tough pitch for the catcher to stop. The ball that hits so far out in front of the plate. But what Pena does, by getting up and going to the ball, he cuts down that angle. He almost has that ball on the short hop rather than laying back there and letting that ball bounce to him and taking a higher hop with a chance of going over him. He gets right out there to meet it and just gets the job done perfectly.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Urak.
The play doesn't look like much here with 2 outs. Here you are, but that's the tying run at first base. It's a little different him being 90 feet away from you.
Ooh. Equalizer again, this time to a right-handed batter, and that's all for the Red Sox as Robinson strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Pirates 5, the Red Sox 4.